Centuries before we had American Sign Language, Native Sign Language was broadly known as Hand Talk, and it thrived all across North America. Hand Talk was also influential in the formation of American Sign Language. Hand Talk, Plains Sign Talk, and First Nation Sign Language is a trade language. It was once a bridge language across what is now known as Central Canada, the Central and Western United States, and New Mexico. It was also used for storytelling and oral histories, various ceremonies, and by deaf people on a daily use. One of the most beautiful things about Hand Talk is that it was a universal language used by both the deaf and among the hearing, and to communicate amongst tribes that didn't share the same spoken language. And at one point, it was spoken by tens of thousands of Indigenous people. In early September 1930, the Blackfeet Nation of Montana hosted a historic Indian Sign Language Grand Council, where leaders of a dozen North American nations and language groups gathered. The three-day council was held and organized by Hugh L. Scott, a 77-year-old U.S. Army general. He had spent a good portion of his career in the American West. He had observed and learned what users called hand talk, and today it's more broadly known as Plains Indian Sign Language. With $5,000 in federal funding, Scott filmed the proceedings. His hope was to produce a film dictionary of more than 1,300 signs. He died before he finished the project. Sadly, his films disappeared into the National Archives until just recently. This is most definitely an important resource for those looking to revive this beautiful language. By the late 1800s, tens of thousands of Native Americans still used Hand Talk. But, like many of the languages that were lost, that changed when the federal government instituted their policy, designed to civilize tribal people. Hand Talk is still used today, but like many of these beautiful languages, it's endangered. But thanks to people like McKay Cody, the first deaf researcher to specialize in North American Hand Talk, and today works with tribes to help them preserve their signed languages. She wants to take this into mainstream education. Go.